All right, chapter 14. It helps when I'm trying to download. I said that before. So they're all sleeping. Did anyone have any good guesses? I hope you've typed in and sent me a thing about what you think their big adventure is. Are they going to go to the zoo? Ooh, I don't know. Do animals go to the zoo for fun? I don't know. So what do you think their big adventure is going to be? Will the aunties be joining them? I hope not. We're off! Someone shouted. We're off at last! James woke up with a jump and he looked around. The creatures were all out of their hammocks and moving around excitedly around the room. Suddenly, the floor gave a great heave, as though an earthquake might be taking place. Here we go, shouted the old green grasshopper, hopping down in excitement. Hold on tight. What's happening? James cried, leaning out of his hammock. What's going on? The ladybug was obviously a kind and gentle creature, came over and stood him. In case you don't know it, she said, we are about to depart forever from the top of this ghastly hill we've all been living on for so long. We are about to roll away inside the great, big, beautiful peach to a land of what? James asked. Never mind, said the ladybug. Nothing could be worse than the absolute desolate hilltop and those two repulsive aunts of yours. Hear, hear, they all shouted. Hear, hear. You may not have noticed it, the ladybug went on, but the whole garden, even before it reaches the steep edge of the hill, happens to be on a steep slope. And therefore, the only thing that has been stopping this peach from rolling from the beginning is its thick stem attached to the tree. Break the stem, and off we go. Watch it, cried Miss Spider, as the room gave another violent lurch. Here we go! Ooh, not quite, not quite! At this moment, continued the ladybug, our centipede, who has 2 pairs of jaws that are sharp as razor, is up there at the top of the peach, nibbling away at the stem. In fact, it feels like he might nearly be through it, as you can tell from the way we're lurching around. Would you like me to take you under my wings so that you won't fall over when we start rolling? Oh, that would be very kind of you, said James, but I think I might be okay. Just then, the centipede stuck his grinning face through a hole in the ceiling and shouted, I've done it! We're off! We're off! The others cried, We're off! The journey begins, shouted the centipede. And who knows where it will end, muttered the earthworm. If you have anything to do with it, it can only mean trouble. Where are they going to go? Aren't they just going to roll down the hill into the water? I wonder if peaches float. Sorry to interrupt the story. Ooh. Nonsense, said Ladybug. We are now about to visit the most marvelous place and see the most wonderful things. Isn't that right, Centipede? Oh, there is no knowing what we shall see, cried the Centipede. We may see creature with 49 heads that lives in the desolate snow, and whatever he catches a cold, which he dreads, he has 49 noses to blow. We may see a venomous pink-spotted scrooge who can chew up a man with one bite, if he likes to eat 5 of them roasted for lunch and 18 for supper at night. Then we may see a dragon, and no one knows that we won't see a unicorn there. We may see a terrible monster with toes growing out of tufts of his hairs. We may see a sweet, biggity, bright hen, so playful and kind and well-behaved, and such beautiful eggs you just boil them and then they explode and they blow off your head. A gnu, a gnorser, surely you have seen, a ginormous and giant gnat, whose sting when it stings you goes in your knee and comes out through the top of your hat. We may even get lost and be frozen by frost. We may die in an earthquake or tremor, or naturally still we may be tossed on the horns of a furious dilemma. But who cares? Let's get away from this horrible hill. Let us roll, let us bowl, let us plunge, let us roll and bowl and spin until we're away from Spiker and Sponge. 1 second later, 1 second later, insidiously, almost gently, the giant peach started to lean forward and steal into motion. The room began to tilt over, and all the furniture went sliding on the floor and crashed against the far wall. So did James and the ladybug and the old green grasshopper and Miss Spider and the earthworm and also the centipede, who had just come slithering down the wall quickly. The big roll has begun. Okay, where's this roll going to lead him? Guess what? That's chapter 14. That's all I'm reading for today. More tomorrow. Hey, text me. Write in. Send it to me. Remember, Classroom Dojo tomorrow. Miss you guys. You know what? You're all good eggs. I got to put an S on my eggs. Good eggs. Oh, I brought the bell. See you tomorrow at school.